What's up, you guys? Eddie Fliptroniks. I'm just going to be doing a run through on the specs for the S7 and S7 Edge. So, neither phone's been released yet, but there's been a bunch of leaks on the internet of what we can pretty much expect on both phones. So, the interesting thing, guys, is that the one thing that did stand out to me is the battery on the S7 Edge. It's going to be a lot bigger, but I'll get into that in a second. So, I'm going to just kind of run through the specs on both of them. So, the screen size, the S7 Edge is going to have a bigger screen. It's going to have a 5.5 inch screen compared to the S7 with a 5.1. So they'll both have the same resolutions as far as that goes. And then, you could expect both phones to be slimmer this time around compared to, the previous generation. So they're going to be slimmer. Another thing too, guys, is that obviously the S7 Edge is going to have the curved screen. I think it's kind of interesting that Samsung didn't make both phones the same screen size. They chose to give the Edge a bigger screen. The cool thing though, guys, is both phones are going to have an SD card option, so you'll be able to do extra storage this time around, which they did not let us do on the S6 and S6 Edge. As far as cameras go, guys, they'll have the same cameras, 12 megapixel back cameras with 5 megapixel front facing cameras. It'll be interesting to see how the cameras work out since they downgraded the megapixel. Both processors are going to be the same, guys. Exynos 8 Octa 8890 processors. So you'll pretty much be getting the same speed. Both phones obviously are going to have their own unique features. The Edge has kind of like the curved screen features that the S7 won't be able to do. Battery is going to be a huge difference maker though, guys. The S7 is going to have a 3000 mAh non-removable battery compared to the S7 Edge that's going to have a 3600 mAh non-removable battery. Now, I think that with the bigger battery on the S7 Edge, I think that's going to be kind of a bigger selling point, because both these batteries are non-removable, and battery life's kind of like a huge thing. So I think it'll be interesting to see, even though it's got a slightly bigger screen on it, it's still got a much larger battery. So it's not like it needs to use a ton more juice when it's got such a bigger battery on it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that's a bigger selling point for people. But as far as the specs go, guys, you could that's pretty much it. Just kind of running down the list. You'll get the bigger screen on the S7 Edge. It'll have the curved screen. Both phones will be pretty slim. You could expect the S7 Edge to also weigh more since it's gonna have a bigger battery in it. Same processors though, guys, same cameras, and they'll both have like their own unique features and stuff. Anyways, you guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like it. As always, stay tuned for more and be sure to subscribe to our channel.